Hello, I'm Anya Ueno, the Communications and Media Manager at the Center for African Studies at Howard University. And I'm here with Dr. Krista Johnson, the Director of the Center. Krista, what is the Center for African Studies?
So, Anya, the Center for African Studies has been in existence for about 8 years now, and we started as a Title VI National Resource Center funded by the Department of Education. And our mandate is to promote African studies and African languages, both here on Howard's campus, but in the DMV area as well, and even nationally. We have a lot of programming around collaborations with African institutions and organizations. We also have a very large African languages program and African studies program as well. And we also have a very large outreach program where we promote African curricular materials targeted towards K through 12 learning.
Great. Tell us about the African Studies and the African Languages programs at Howard.
Well, we're really excited and very proud to proclaim that Howard actually has the largest African languages program in the country, in the United States. We offer 8 African languages. And we have over 1,000 Howard University students who study African languages every year. So it makes our classes have 20, 30 students in each of the classes. We offer levels from 1 through 4 and even advanced levels. And we've really excelled in terms of promoting African languages here in the United States. And our Department of African Studies is also unique, has been around quite a bit longer, and it's also unique in that we're, I believe, the only institution that offers both a bachelor's, master's, and Ph.D. in African Studies, which is an interdisciplinary degree and department that we offer here.
Great. What are some of the opportunities that we offer to students?
Sure. So Howard is really a comprehensive university. We have so many colleges and universities, and African studies and Africana studies really are just kind of integral to so many of the departments, so many of the curricular offerings and programs that we have here on campus. So while the center does a lot of programming, there's a lot that gets done Africa related and diaspora related outside of the center as well. But the center in particular has really been very pleased to be engaged in promoting study abroad, in particular for our students. So we have launched several study abroad programs to Kenya and to South Africa, which are also language immersion programs. So we take advantage of the fact that we have the Foreign Language and Area Studies fellowships that we can offer our students so that they can study African languages not only here on Howard's campus, but also on the African continent and in African countries. So the center is actually housed here at the Ralph Bunche Center for International Affairs, and they have really, over the past 10 years, have grown our study abroad opportunities for our students exponentially, and so that's something that we're really very proud of.
So the International Day for People of African Descent is on August 31st. Why is it significant to focus on contributions of the African diaspora in education?
So hopefully people know about Howard's unique history as a historically Black college and university. We were founded in 1867. But we've really come a long way. I mean, we had a particular purpose. We served a particular purpose, of course, given the United States history of segregation in education as well. So we provided opportunities for higher education to African Americans, people of the diaspora, when other opportunities were not there. And so that's an important history that we continue to, embrace in the contemporary era. But really what's interesting as well is that we have a contemporary role to play, which has been very significant and prominent as well. People might not be aware, but Howard produces the largest number of Blacks who go into, African Americans or people of African descent who go into the Peace Corps and into the Foreign Service here in the United States. Our president always boasts about how we train At the undergraduate level, we have the largest number of African Americans who go on to medical school. So we play really a remarkable role in making sure that our workforce in the United States and even globally is diverse and is also representative of multiple communities and multiple interests and areas out there.
And you mentioned that African studies have been around at Howard for some time. What is the significance of the 70th anniversary of African studies at Howard?
Sure. So Howard has one of the longest or oldest African studies programs in the country. We were founded in 1953. And in fact, there were efforts even before that to really launch an African studies program, but we were formally launched in 1953. And as I said before, we actually started as a graduate program and offered graduate studies. And then it was only in the 1980s that we actually then started to offer the bachelor's in African studies. And interestingly, I mean, given Howard's position as a historically black college and university, it's interesting to note that our African Studies department is actually older even than our African American Studies department. But of course, now we have both. We have an African Studies department, and we have a vibrant and a very rigorous African American Studies department as well, which offers the bachelor's in African American Studies.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you.